So the Tabs Unit Creator update is officially here, and it has been released on Steam, Epic Games, the Windows Store, and there's also a beta on Xbox One. Now, if you want to play the Tabs Unit Creator update and you are on Epic Games, Steam, and or the Windows Store, all you have to do is go load your game up and it will automatically update for you. But if you're on Xbox One, it is currently in a beta test, and the first 50,000 people will get access to the Unit Creator on Xbox One. There will be something on screen right now which will help you figure out exactly how to do it. This was actually from the developers themselves. So what has actually changed in this update? There's actually quite a few things that have been added. Obviously, the Unit Creator beta has been out on PC, Steam for quite some time, but basically what it is now added in the full release of the Unit Creator is actually this new winter map, which I'm sure you guys can agree is pretty nice. There's also 6 new secret units and a couple of other fixes. And what I'm going to do in this video, this Tabs Unit Creator update video, is I'm going to take you through step by step each and every single change so that you know exactly what this update brings. But I've also used some timestamps in this video to help you navigate specifically where you want to go. For example, if you wanted to find the location of these 6 secret units, if you look down at the red bar down at the bottom, you'll be able to navigate specifically where you want to go in this video, which will hopefully help you find what you need. But first things first, we have this awesome new winter/Christmas map, which I must say has some serious like a Van Gogh, a Starry Night kind of vibes. It looks really nice. It looks really homely. I love the little Christmas decorations around. Also, it's a nice, simple bridge map with a big open bit in the middle, which is going to be interesting, particularly for creating winter battles, because the Viking ice ones were a little bit nasty looking. But this has, even though it's cold, it's got this warm winter feeling to it. So I'm really, really impressed with this map so far. But let's move swiftly onto the location of these 6 new secret units. Now, on this new map in this update, there are actually 2 secret units you can find, and they're not very hard to find. I actually didn't even have to look for a video to find them. I actually found them myself. This is the location of the first one right here. It is a present, and once you open this up, you will manage to get yourself a present elf. Now, later on in the video, I'll go through each of these units and specifically what they do, but first things first, we're going to collect all of the units. And then if you move away from that building all the way down over here, you will see this little guy right here who, I can't tell if it's supposed to be a Christmas tree or like ice or what, but this thing right over here will also pop and give you an Ice Mage. And those are the 2 secret units that you can get on the new Christmas winter map, but now we have to move over to the spooky map to find the next 4 secret units. Okay, so the 3rd secret unit is on Spooky 1. So load up Spooky 1 and come all the way down here over to the left hand side, and you will find this little object chilling over here in the corner, again with a lovely little backdrop moon, and this will give you the Banshee. Once again, from this start point over here, to find the 2nd new secret unit on the Spooky 1 map, we come all the way over here and you will find this giant head right here, which obviously was going to give us a giant skeleton. Next up, moving over to the Spooky 2 map. This one is going to be pretty easy to find. All you have to do is come all the way over here with a nice backdrop on the moon right here. And once again, you're probably going to be able to guess what this one is. It is, of course, the Witch. And then last but not least, back on the Spooky 2 map, come all the way down around here and then follow this right down here. And then you will find this little floating lantern here. Again, pretty easy to find. And this is going to give you a Necromancer. And that is it for all of the new 6 secret units in the new Tabs Unit Creator update. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what each of these new units actually does. Okay, so back onto the nice new map. What we're going to do is we're going to go through each of these 6 secret units and show you exactly what they do. First up is the Present Elf. So what the Present Elf is going to do is it's going to lob a big old present there, and I'm guessing you guys can probably figure out what's going to happen here. A random unit is going to pop out from the top right here. So you see this pirate has just absolutely launched himself out, and now he is going to be able to try and take on these units right here. I'm not sure exactly what all of the variations are for this Present Elf and what exactly it can spawn. It costs 500, so presumably it's going to be very rare that it spawns expensive units and more regular that it's going to spawn slightly cheaper units. Okay, next up is the Ice Mage. Once again, this is going to be another one of those kind of range slowing units, kind of like an Ice Archer, but just a lot more dangerous actually. And not only do they slow, but they actually do a pretty significant amount of damage, but they do have a little bit of a reload time, as you can see right there. Okay, next up we have the Witch at 1,000 points, and as you can see here, what it is going to do is it is going to spawn a couple of other skeleton boys right in front of it, and they're actually really, really quite powerful, these units. Not only are they going to be able to do some good melee, but they've also got a decent ranged attack. Okay, next up at 1,100 points, we have the Banshee, which, as you guys are about to figure out, is actually a pretty powerful unit, as you can see right there. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those graphics card melters. So I wouldn't advise putting down too many of them, but they are a really powerful unit. Okay, next up at 1,200 points is the Necromancer, which is actually a really cool unit. What it's gonna do is it's not only going to at range kill some of the enemy units straight away, it will also make skeletons out of them. It'll kill them and turn them into skeletons and revive them. And as you can see right there, has another special attack like that. So it'll be really interesting because you can turn the enemy into your own units, and then those skeletons will actually scare the opposition away as well. So this will be a really good disrupt unit. And then next up, the one that I would personally say I'm most interested in is the giant skeleton at 1,700 points. And you're going to see very quickly what it's going to do. You can see that aura of fear. Literally every single one of those clubbers has just bolted. They're obviously going to slowly dribble back in, but that is going to be really, really, really powerful if you're coming up against Chod, because it means that you could put him with one other guy and they're just going to be able to systematically just scatter and rout the enemy whilst picking them off one by one. I must admit, you guys can probably tell by now, he's not the most killy. In fact, he has a little bit of a hard time killing anything, but I guess his power and his health are going to be the two most important factors here. I think he's finally done it. Whilst this is slightly unfortunate, it's actually a very good demonstration of one of the fixes to this map, because obviously this is a snowy version of the original farmer map. But one thing you'll notice is that this is all iced over, so you can no longer drown and fall into the river and die. So the pathing errors they used to have on this new map are now negated. Okay, so that is the new map. That is the 6 new secret units, and that is what all of these 6 new secret units actually do. What I want to do now is I want to back out into the main lobby and show you how the interface has changed, and as a little bit about the unit creator, how to upload and download units, factions, battles, and campaigns. Okay, so if we come back onto this home screen, if you were already using the unit creator beta, then you'll already be familiar with this custom content right here, and particularly the units and also the factions and how to make them. Now, I'm not going to go into detail on how to actually make units right here. I've already done a tutorial on that, so if you want to see how to make units and in good detail, then there'll be a card in the top right corner of the screen which will take you back to that, and that will show you exactly how to create units and add them to factions. But what we can also see now is if we come over here, you can see their campaigns and battles. So not only can we upload our custom units and upload our custom factions to the workshop, if you create a custom campaign and also a custom battle, you can also upload that to the workshop so other people can play it, or vice versa. You can download other people's factions, campaigns, battles, or units and play with them. So, for example, each one of my factions right here that you can see are already on the unit creator workshop if you want to download them for yourself. So, for example, the modern special forces, Napoleonic British, Napoleonic French, the World War II, Bulge Germany, D-Day Germany, World War I Germany, D-Day US, all this kind of stuff, Japan. If you want to download that, that is actually currently on the workshop. You can just search for these. And how you would go about downloading that is you come over here, you come back into the main menu, and you click on Workshop right here, and you can see Browse Online Content, you can see today's top creations, and also Share. So, if you have some units, some factions, some campaigns, or battles you want to share, you click on the Share button right here. It'll take you through to upload new, and then you basically would come along here. If you had campaigns and battles in here, you could upload them, but obviously I have my units all down here. I could come along, I could select this guy right here, Bulge, he's a German officer. I would click historical, give a very short description, click upload, and boom, bam, done. And that means everyone else can download that and play with that if they want to. So it's going to allow for much more creativity within tabs, and hopefully good things to come. So if you want to make any changes to any of your units, factions, and you want to update them, it's really, really simple. Just come into update existing and you can just manually update them. It's really, really straightforward, and it means everything's going to stay up to date with what you want, so it's not lagging behind. Now, if you're more interested in actually downloading stuff, you can either browse online content, you can go through browse all subscriptions, my creations, you can go through each one of these and see what people are creating, or you can come on to today's top creations, and this is going to give you a list of some of the best maps, best units, best factions, ones that are doing really, really well. People are playing quite a lot of. You can see this one's already had 95,000 downloads. It is, by the looks of it, a campaign of some sort, and it is Call of Duty tabs right there, which is actually quite interesting. Again, you can put some custom thumbnails with it, all this kind of stuff. It's going to be really straightforward, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see what people can actually do with this update. So that is about it for the tabs unit creator full release across multiple platforms, and again, beta on Xbox One. Hopefully that's given you a good idea. Once again, guys, if you did enjoy that, please do consider subscribing. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you can help us out with that, we'd really, really, really appreciate it. But thank you very much for watching. I will catch you again next time.